Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, guys. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. We'll get started shortly. Hello, everyone. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Bill. Welcome. Bill, welcome.
Hey, Dave.
Hello. We'll get started shortly. All right, guys, this evening is Forex, cryptos, and futures. Forex, cryptos, and the futures market. We'll get started shortly. We'll get started shortly. All right, guys, I'm going to share my screen. Hey, Bill, welcome. Let's see here. As you guys know, on Sundays, we go over Forex, cryptos, and the futures market. Still getting up from the holidays. You know, it's markets are not all open yet. So the futures markets, futures are closed, right? Futures market is closed. Forex is open, all right? And the equity markets, hopefully, I'm not sure, but I think it might be open tomorrow, all right? But I know futures market is closed right now, all right? But I want to show you guys what's happening with the dollar. The dollar is still moving lower. Here's the dollar here moving lower. The equity markets closed last week. All right. Still down in the markdown phase. All right. So here's the Dow right here. So no buy signal on the Dow, consolidating a bit between resistance here and support. Same with the Nasdaq sell signal here, testing support down here, and here's the S&P, same thing, sell signals. So we really want to be careful if we're trading stocks. All right, red candles here, and then the Russell, same thing, sell signal here, red candles. All right, so we want to be very, very careful trading equities. I do want to bring this up. Hold 1 second here. So I do want to bring up right here, Monster Market Tracker. Hey, Mary, welcome. Mary, welcome. All right. I want to show you guys the VIX, what the VIX is doing. It's still holding right around 20. It's at 21 currently. All right. So it's at 21 right here. That's the VIX. And here's the Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell. But what I wanted you guys to take a look at is this right here. All right. So if you guys are thinking about getting into stocks, we really want to think twice about that. Okay. So here are the major indexes here, Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ, and they're all down. All right. Below 20. All right. So, right, consolidating, but moving to the downside. Hey, Juan, welcome, Juan. Welcome. All right. And the sectors, look here, the sectors, all right, all the sectors are down. All the major sectors that we track, they're all down, all right, all down, and they are below 20, right, which means that they're not trending, so they're consolidating and moving lower, right? The only group that we have where there might be some opportunities is energy, right here, energy, right? And so that's natural gas right here and crude oil and gold and silver right here. But I would also be careful. All right. I would also be careful trading those long. All right. But you might, hey, Taj, welcome. You guys might find an opportunity here. All right. So again, all the sectors that we track are down. All right. Down. All right. Only sectors that you might want to trade, all right, long would be gasoline, so natural gas, crude oil, and then gold and silver. Hey, Tylak, welcome. All right, so
Hey, David.
hello, hello. So those of you who trade in Stock Boss, Bullmaster, just be careful, right? Just be careful. If things change, we'll see it in the price action. Last couple of weeks, we've had very, very light volume. Last week, we had tremendously low volume, all right, in the markets. And usually that happens, right? During the holidays, traders take vacations. So we'll find light volume during holiday season. So that's to be expected. Okay. But things should pick up here soon. All right. I want to go over. So we looked at the futures market. All right. Let's take a look at the cryptos market. We'll talk about Forex also. Cryptos, Bitcoin is still consolidating in a very tight consolidation currently. All right. So keep an eye on that. We're looking for a breakout on Bitcoin. So here's really good. We've got really good resistance here, really good support here. And here is Bitcoin right here. Really hasn't moved from that 16,000 mark. All right. So we're looking for another leg down. All right. So we've talked about this, looking for another leg down. And that should get us closer to the 10,000 support. So we still have 10,000 support, 10,000 right here. We bring this across, 10,000 support right in this area here. Very crooked line. All right. So no buying in Bitcoin. All right. So, all right. Any questions on this so far? Any questions, guys, on this so far? Let's see here. So here's the 10,000 level on Bitcoin. Hold on. So, but right here, all right. And, unless things change, we look good to get to 10,000. Okay. And what we're looking for is another move down, right? So kind of like here, big candle came in here, broke support right here. Big candle came in here to break this support right here. We need another big candle to come in, push the price lower here, all right, to get us to 10,000. And then the next support after that, obviously, we've talked about that 5,000, all right, but we're a long way from that. We need to get to 10,000 first and then see what happens, okay? Hey, Collis, welcome. All right, okay. All right. US 30 moving into 2023. We're going to spend more time on the US 30, and we also have the NAS 100 and S&P 500, but we're going to spend a lot of time on the Monster US 30. Currently, it's consolidating, so we're not taking any trades yet. We need a buy signal or a big green candle to start looking at trades. Okay. So we've turned off our 60-minute right here, 60-minute time frame. We have our long and short here turned on the daily time frames. So those of you who trade in the Monster US 30, Bill, Tylac, do the same thing. All right. Take your daily time frame here, turn on your short signal and your long signals. All right. So turn on your longs, turn on your shorts. All right. Just keep this off for right now. Once you guys know, once we have a buy signal or really, really big green candle, right? If we break resistance, so we don't have to have a buy signal or sell short signal. We just need a big candle to come in green, and we can start looking at positions on the 60-minute. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. As far as monster scalper, all right. Anyone trading Forex right now? Monster scalper? Anyone in any trades? Monster scalper trades? Anyone?
No.
Nope. Okay. Market's light. You guys have probably noticed, right? Very, very light volume last week. Okay. Now they're holding, the peers are holding, right? We're not in a tight consolidation. They're just holding. All right. But we've had
David, will we see the volume pick up on Tuesday?
I would think so. I would think so. I would think whether it happens on Tuesday, I don't know, but this week, it should happen this week. We'll start seeing volume pick up again. All right. And this happens. This happens during the holiday season. All right. Yeah, so we'll definitely see volume pick up. All right. This week and next week. Okay. So just look for opportunities. You guys can start looking for opportunities. I would focus here in this area here on longs. So the Aussie pairs, right? The Aussie pairs, like in here, Aussie dollar, Aussie New Zealand. All right. You might get a buy signal here shortly. Aussie Swiss, they're all blue right here, new up. All right. Here is Aussie Swiss right here. A bit of a concern right in here, but right. So things will improve. Okay. Hey Tracy, welcome. All right, welcome Tracy. Okay, so
hello everyone.
hello. A buy signal there. Aussie CAD looks really good. All right. Aussie CAD looks really good. Had some decent trading here, right? Decent trading here. Nice pullback. We talked about this last week, this trade right here. All right. So and then New Zealand, some of the New Zealand pairs, right? Here is a decent one here, right? New Zealand dollar. You can't trade everything. So we don't have a rotation, right? You guys know we don't have a rotation in Forex, but if you're selective, you can, get some decent trades. All right. So New Zealand dollar, New Zealand Swiss. I don't know what happened here, but um, and New Zealand CAD. All right, so great trade here. If it can hold, right, get through here, this could be a really good trade here. So keep an eye on those. As far as the yen pairs, I wouldn't do anything here, right? As these move up, as these move higher, we could see the yen pairs, right? They've been through a really long markdown phase. So I wouldn't look to short those. All right. I wouldn't look to short those. I would wait, and perhaps we might get some opportunities to go long with the yen pairs. All right. You guys can look for opportunities, right? Now we'll keep an eye on the dollar. All right. Where's the dollar? The dollar is right here. All right. It's been going down. All right. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the dollar. It's not oversold yet, right? It's not oversold, but we'll pay close attention to it this month. So here it is right here. Here it is right here. So we'll see what happens with the dollar. Okay, so your best opportunities right now, all right? Aussie, New Zealand to go long, all right? You might find some opportunities. Did anyone trade the euro? Anyone trade the euro? We've had some opportunities, right? Individual opportunities in the euro. All right. Hey, Ranjit, welcome. All right. So in some of the euro pairs, all right. Here was a great trade with the euro, SEK. All right. Now, not great trading. I have to say, we haven't had great opportunities in Forex. Here is a decent euro pound. Just have to be very, very selective. Okay, no rotation. All right, no rotation. All right. All right, I'm going to open the floor. Any questions for me? Any questions on anything? Any questions on anything? Any questions on any of the systems, the market? Any challenges you guys are having out there? I know the last couple of weeks, perhaps in the whole month, have been challenging. Any challenges you guys are having out there? Trading.
David, on Friday, we got that big green candle on the US 30 on a 60-minute. Was that close to getting a buy signal?
Which one? This one here?
Right there, yep.
No, no. On the US, on the 60-minute, we would need to get past. Let me show you here. So, Bill, I think we would have to get past. Hold on. This area here. If we get on the sixth, now on the daily time frame, we get a big bullish or big bearish candle, you can start looking for opportunities. We need, if we get real confirmation, we need a buy signal to get absolute confirmation. But you can.
So for clarification, we got to wait till we get the buy signal on a daily before we consider.
No, you can, if you get, let's say here, right? You get a big green candle here like this without a buy signal. Yes, I would say look for opportunities here, but do not look for opportunities on big candles on the 60-minute. Hey, Corey, welcome. Okay, so if you get a big candle here, all right, without a buy signal on the 60-minute, we don't get in. Now, you can, if you get a big candle here, let's say a big green candle, bullish candle here, then
we can start looking.
Yes, then you can start looking, right? You don't have to wait for, kind of like here, right? So here's a big green candle here, followed by another green candle you can start trading this. You can start trading on the 60-minute if you've got this on the daily. Okay, because on the daily time frame, you know, the price could move quite a bit before we get a buy signal. Okay, so don't wait. You guys don't have to wait for a buy signal. Okay, on the US 30. This is on the US 30 now. Okay, you don't have to wait for a buy, but you definitely need, if you're going long, hey Betty, welcome. If you guys are going long, you definitely need a green candle. All right, you do need a green candle, and preferably a big green candle, right? Which tells us that, buyers are in, big buyers are in, right? Big buyers are in, coming in. Okay, just like here. See here, just like here, just like here. If we wait for that buy signal on the daily now, on the daily, you'll miss a lot of opportunities. You'll miss all that run there. You see that? See that, Bill?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You too, Tylak. Tylak, do you see that?
Yes, I do. Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome. Okay. Hey, Solomon, welcome. So yeah, so if I'm gonna watch this, keep an eye, and we'll send out a message. So if this white candle here turns into a big candle, breaks this resistance right here, all right, yes, you start seeing buy signals here on the 60-minute, and that's good confirmation. We need solid confirmation here. The buy is just further confirmation. Okay. All right, very good. Very good. Very good. Any other questions?
Hi, David. I have a question.
Hey, call this.
What do you suggest to do if you miss? Because I know you say follow the system, and the system means that to get in when we get the buy signal. So what do you suggest to do if we are missing the buy signal?
Okay, if you're consistently missing buy signals, all right, and we've got to find out why we are missing signals. All right. So are we missing signals because, let's say, for instance, here, all right, and there are some things we can do. If we're on the 240-minute time frame, hey Zaire, welcome. We shouldn't miss any signal. If we're trading on the hourly time frame, yes, you might miss some signals because price is moving a lot faster, right? So my first question would be, what time frame are you trading on? All right, and then why are you missing the signals? So let me ask you that. Or why do you think you're missing signals?
Well, because you said that the 240 is our main trading platform, and the 60 you introduced to us as our backup. But even on the 250, on the 240, even if do you have to be? I don't have an answer for why I'm missing them, but do you have to be like, sitting in front of your laptop to know when that buy signal is coming, or how else would I know that?
On which time frame?
On the 240.
On the 240, no. On the 240, every candle is 4 hours.
Yeah, I know, but if the candle comes, in the middle of the night, I'm not going to know that. If the candle comes at a time when I'm, working, how would I know that the candle is there and it's time for me to get in? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if most of the traders don't have an issue, right? Some of our traders will have an issue with the buy signal. If it becomes an issue, where we're consistently missing buy signals, then we've got to set up your email notification. Okay, so that you get an email alert when the system gives a buy signal. Okay, so if it becomes an issue, right, and we're missing buy signals and we're missing it, we shouldn't. Let's look here for a second. Remember, that's why we really like the forward time frame. Here is the buy signal here on this green candle. That's 4 hours, right? Here's another candle here. That's 4 hours. So that's 8 hours. That's 8 whole hours. Here's another candle here, right here. No, that's 12 hours, right? Within 12 hours, we should be looking at the systems, right? At your system, even if you have to use AnyDesk and log in, right? So you can have your system at home, log in with your phones. If we're going through 12 hours without missing this, looking at the systems, then yes, you're gonna miss the signals. Even if you don't, let's say for instance here, right? You got a buy signal here. You didn't catch it on the first candle, right? Here's another candle, right? Another forward candle right here, 240, right? You still have a chance to get in. As long as you're near, if you draw a horizontal line near your buy signal, as long as you're entering near that your resistance, right? It doesn't have to be near that candle, all right, but just near that resistance, that horizontal line, you're still good. Even in here, you can still enter the trade, which is almost 2 days later, right? You could still enter the trade in here. That makes sense. What we don't want to do is enter the trade up in this area here, all right? Even in here, right? So you might have missed the buy signal here, but if pull back here, you still have an opportunity to get in. But if it's a concern, right? What you can do is set up the email notification. Now, TradeStation has some issues with Gmail and Yahoo, right? They've blocked features, right? Where there's some settings, right? Privacy settings that they've removed. So if you do want the email notification, you can't use Gmail, all right? And Yahoo, you've got to set up a different account. Okay, but we can certainly do it. Anyone here using the email notification? Anyone here? I know Brian uses it quite a bit. No one uses it, the email?
David, I would be interested because yeah, I share the frustration of occasionally coming to see something that has already taken off, and I kind of try to think back, when did this happen? And it's really, it's gone. So getting some way of notification would be helpful.
Yeah, the problem with the reason why I don't push the email notification is that sometimes as traders, we just tend to rely on it. And I've seen it in the past. I'm not saying that you guys would do it, but I've seen traders do it in the past where the notification come and we just take the trade rather than going through and looking at the chart. So we might get a notification. Not all signals are good signals, right? So we can have everything set up where we're getting notifications, right? Buy and sell signals, right? On everything here. Remember, we track 57 pairs. So you will constantly get buy and sell signals. But just because we get buy and sell signals doesn't mean that we should take that trade. Okay, so what I would rather, Carlos and Mary and anyone else, what I would rather you guys do, have a practice of, and this is what I do. I'll do this twice a day, once or twice a day. Okay, I'll just go through here, all right, and I will look to see what I've got, right? What I've got buy signals, right? You're not going to be watching every single group, all right? So we just talked about the Aussie and the New Zealand pairs. Those are the pairs you should be really watching right now, all right? So you can just go through here and see what's setting up for the buy signals, okay? You could certainly do that. All right. But those of you, if you want to have the email notification, I use it. I do use it. But I use it to track everything. I use everything to track it, but I always go back. So if you do get the email notification, but again, it can't be Gmail or Yahoo. Okay. it will not work. Those email clients will not work with TradeStation. We've tried it. We've tried it. We've tried it with a lot of traders, and it's a lot of Collis, was it you we tried doing your setting up your email notification for? I thought it was you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And we didn't have much luck, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So you might just have to invest with a different email client, right? To get that. But we can certainly do it. It's very easy to do. And like I said, I use it. Okay. I use it. But a trick is in the meantime, just go through, right? Just make a habit of going through, right? Going through your systems, going through the pairs that you're looking at for the buy signals. And I know it can take some time, right? Or if you don't want to do that here, you could do it here also. You could do it here also. Okay. But keep in mind, even if you miss the buy signal on the 4 hour, it shouldn't get away from you too much, right? Right. Right. Because you've got 4 hours. 4 hours. All right. All right. Does that help at all? Does that help?
Yes. But I have another question.
Okay.
When you get the buy signal and you say get in on the buy signal, does that mean you're getting in on the arrow with the circle or the triangle?
Okay. Well, the circle, it's okay, so here is okay, let me blow this up. All right. The triangle, the circle will give you the candle. All right. So the circle here with the arrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Tells us that it's this candle right here. It's this candle. All right. Hey, Jaron, welcome. All right. The triangle will tell us where. Okay. So if here's the triangle right here. This is the arrow pointing to this candle right here. All right. The triangle right here points to the price right here. Okay. But it also points to the resistance line. So here is our resistance line, and here's the triangle. So here's your candle, and what this tells us is when the price hit right here at that resistance line, right here is where we got our buy signal. So our buy signal comes in at the triangle as the price breaks resistance. Okay. So our price, remember, we're always going to buy on a break of resistance. So when the price hits that resistance, so you will notice that that triangle will come in almost perfectly at a break of resistance. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And same thing for support. And it's really precise. Okay. So same thing for support. So here is resistance right here. Okay, so here is our resistance line right here. And then here is the triangle. So the arrow will always point to the candle. All right, but our buy signal comes in at the triangle. That's where we should be buying. But it will happen. This will not this arrow right here will not come in until right the triangle is executed, and they'll both come in at the same time. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So here is the triangle right here. Here is your arrow right here. And just keep in mind if you take that arrow, and you can do this too. I like bringing it across, but you could do this. You can do something like this here, right? If you guys left click on your screen and bring it here to the right here, right? To the little triangle right here. Go over to the right, and then you'll see the price. All right. Yeah. Does that help, Hollis?
Yes, very much so. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
So I have a third question.
okay. All right. Go
When
ahead.
you say, I know you say, get in at the break of break of support and get out at the break of resistance, right?
No, it's the other way. So we're
The
gonna
other way
buy,
around.
enter on a break of resistance, exit on a break of support.
Okay, so let's say that I got into a trade, and it's doing its thing, but then it comes, sometimes it will go all the way down to that uh support line, and it will pass that support line, but it will not give a sell signal.
Okay. What
So
color?
I'm curious.
What color is the candle?
Well, the candles have been, it'll be white, and then the candle will also turn red, but then the next candle would be a white candle, and it will start going up, but it will have already broken resistance. And I missed a couple meetings, but a couple meetings before you said if it breaks, and I like the way you said it. You said, actually, if it breaks resistance, get out and think later.
Yeah. Okay. All
And
right.
so, yeah, so it's breaking that resistance line, but it's not giving a sell signal.
You mean support? Support.
So, yeah.
Support. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's all about preserving. Let's say, for instance, we entered here on the buy signal here, right? So it's all about preserving capital, right? So we bought here, right? Stayed in the trade, stayed in the trade, stayed in the trade, and it broke support here. But most importantly, it gave us a red candle here. All right. So whenever we get a red candle, we have to close the trade, right? Remember, right? Sellers are coming in, price breaks support, red candles, we have to close the trade. It's the same with what I was telling Bill, right? With his US 30, right? If he gets a green candle, right, on the daily time frame, he can start looking for buy signals on the 30-minute. Here, if we get a sell signal, if we're long and we in this trade long, we get a red candle, just get out. Because guess what? Now you're in seller's territory. You broke support, you get out. What can happen is this. Now, what I would say is wait for the close of the candle. However, if we're seeing selling across the board, right? If we're seeing selling, let's say for instance, we're in Aussie, this is New Zealand CAD. So New Zealand CAD here, right? We've got a red candle here, but let's say New Zealand dollar yesterday give a red candle. New Zealand Swiss yesterday gave a red candle and sell signals. Guess what? If your pair is the last one, right? And the other two have given red candles and sell signals. Guess what? This one is going to follow. So what I've told traders to do is this: if you get a red candle, just get out. Preferably wait for the close, for the candle to close. But if you've got that whole group, the other pairs in that group, right, moving lower, just go ahead and close. You can even do that on a white candle also if things are rotating out. Okay. But if not, if they're holding, if everything else is holding, all right, and we get a red candle, get out. Get out. Okay, you don't have to wait for the sell signal. White arrow here, sell signal. As long as you get a red candle, get out, right? Protect your capital, because what could happen is, and you guys have seen this, where we could get a red candle, another red candle, right? If they're really selling off, right? And sales are really coming in, and then your sell signal doesn't happen up here, all right? It happens down here somewhere. All right. So while you're waiting for a sell signal by the system to close, right? Guess what? You could have gotten out here, because guess what? When the sellers come in and they come in heavy, callers and everyone else, we could get a really big sell candle. I mean, and it happens, it happens very, very fast. So protect your capital, just get out. And that's, yeah, you're right. Get out, take your profit, and then just think about it later. All right. White candles, does that make sense?
Okay, yes.
White candles, we've got to wait. You should not sell on a white candle unless everything is just totally going the opposite. All the pairs are going lower, and then yours is one of the last ones to go, and you see a white candle, you might want to get out. But most of the times, right, a white candle, if we can hold on those white candles, get a green candle to follow through, that's really, really bullish. All right. But if that white candle turns into a red candle, right? Anytime we see a red candle, that's our alert to just pay attention, and we might have to get out of that trade. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good questions. Good questions. I see you paying attention to your candles, which is good. Which is good. You're paying attention.
David,
Yes. Hey, Mary.
how can you advise on what was happening last week? Because you'd get a pair that looks like it's taking off, and then you come back 1 hour later and the thing has tanked. So it seemed to be playing across the few pairs that way. You did not get the kind of trend we have now on this graph. It was just, something looks promising, and then you don't quite get the sell signal, but it's not doing well at all, and you see your money slipping away.
Yeah, and that had to do with the light volume. Okay, so with it happens a lot, right? During the holiday times where traders are out, you have light volume, light volatility, where there isn't a lot of follow through and commitment. Okay, do you have a particular pair?
No, I pretty much worked my way through all the different pairs, and then I gave up.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean, it's been very, 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 very light volume, very, very light volume. So even if you and a lot of traders don't even trade, right? Don't even trade, when it's a week of a holiday. All right. So if it's a holiday week, right, a lot of traders pull back. Now you might find some opportunities, but just know that things, your price can go either way, and it can do that quickly. All right. And so that's just what it is. But we shouldn't have a holiday here. We're done. Right. We're done. So we shouldn't have we should get good price action. And hopefully we'll get a new rotation. All right. And I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating for all of us, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. But it's good to understand. I know Ricky does not trade during the holidays. Right. And a lot of traders do not trade during the holidays because of that. All right. But I've seen times when it's a holiday week and it's amazing trades. So, but good thinking. It's good that you observe that it's not natural, right? It's not a regular, it's a different type of price action that you've used to. So that means we're paying attention, right? We're paying attention. When it happens, just scale back a bit. I know a lot of you didn't trade, right? So just scale back a bit. If you're going to trade lightly, and or not trade, all right, or not trade, all right, and just wait. Markets will have they'll open up again. All right, no big deal. All right. Does that help, Mary?
Yes, it does.
Okay, very good, very good. Any other questions for me? Any other questions? Any trades you guys want to take a look at? Anything else?
So I have another question, David.
Okay.
When you're going through, like you said, you kind of have to go through to look for which pairs you might want to trade.
Mhm.
When you're going through, are you only, well, specifically when you're going to go long, are you only looking at the pairs that are in blue, not necessarily the pairs that are in red? And in red, does that mean that they're not, you know, that you shouldn't trade them going long, but go short?
Yeah. Okay.
Or
So
does that mean, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Or does that mean that there's that the volatility is low and the dollars and the yens, aren't rotating?
Okay. All right. Okay. So keep in mind here, right? This is our radar. This gives us the direction. All right. So this tells us where the pairs, how the pairs are moving and in what direction, but more specifically, the direction. So if we look at the yen pairs here, for yen pairs, right, they're all moving down or neutral. So we wouldn't trade those long or up, all right, because they're all going down. All right. If we wanted to, we could look for short opportunities there, short opportunities. All right. Here, the Aussie pairs are moving up, blue up, new up. So that means they're not only moving up, the new up here means that they're currently moving up. Okay. And then here, the New Zealand pairs here moving up. So we should look for opportunities to go along with these. Okay. Here, we could look for opportunities to go short, but I wouldn't do that because that's another story, right? We want all of these will probably go long, start going long and follow these soon because these go together. All right. So these here, the yen, New Zealand, Aussie tend to go together. All right. Where it's mixed like this, where they're up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Tells us that the group, the euro pairs, there's indecision in their price action, right? See here, down, down. So I wouldn't trade this. I would wait. Now, can you get trades out of this? Yes, if you've been trading Monster Scalper for a while, you know what you're doing. You can pick out some trades. All right. But just know that we don't have confirmed direction. It's mixed. Some are up, some are down. All right. Even with the dollar pairs here, right? The majority are down. You have one up, one neutral. But if you wanted to, you can trade some. You can take some trades here. But guess what? Put the downside. All right, to the downside because there are more pairs going to the downside. So just know that this here will give you a pretty good indication as to where the pairs are moving. Are they moving up or down? And how many? Do you have the majority of the pairs moving down? All right. You have all of the pairs moving up. And then that will tell you where you should focus. So if you're looking to trade long, that's what I say, right? If you're looking to trade long, you might focus in here and then in here. All right. And then you could just go through these pairs and look for the buy signals. And you might go through these pairs and look for the buy signals. You wouldn't need to go here, right? Because guess what? These are all going down. These are all going down. So save your time, right? Save your time. Don't just go, you don't have to go through all of them, right? If you're looking to go long here would be your best bet here, right? These are still improving. You can wait for more pairs, right, to go up, right? Where you might have about, right now it looks to be about probably 60% up, 40% down. You might wait until you have more pairs, 70, 80% of the pairs here going up, all right, to then look at the buy signals here. Okay. Now over here will tell us start here, and then here will tell us the pairs that are trending the most. but it doesn't give us the direction, right? Remember, if it's above 20, all right, it's starting to trend. The higher the number, the larger the trend, all right? Forget about this here, all right? But just know that this doesn't tell us the direction. It just tells us that the pairs here are trending either up or down, right? So long or short here. But we got to go here to find the direction, right? Right? Either up or down. All right. Good question.
Thank you.
Does that help? Call us.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, you guys have to, if this is, don't wait for the classes, the training classes. If you guys are, I'm always available. All right. So if there's any confusion with any of this here, just send me a quick text. Just please send me a quick text. I'll respond back. All right. So because you might miss some opportunities trading, right? If we don't clearly understand this. All right. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question?
So David, you said like on the euro, like 40% is down. So you just have to wait till rest of them are up, then enter into any of the trade in the euro.
Hey Ranjit. Yeah. So right now with the euro, I would say if we can look at it, we can count it, right? Let's count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 pairs that are down. All right. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs that are up. Okay. So we got 9 pairs that are up. Okay. And then 1 that's neutral. So I would say that's about 50-50. That's about 50-50. All right. So when we call a rotation in the pairs, meaning that we are ready to buy a group, right? Of pairs, right? We need to buy a group. We want to see a good 70, 80, 90% of the pairs. So we need more pairs, all right, going up if we're going to go long. All right. So let's say this one turns long, turns blue, this one here, this one here, this one here. Then we can start looking, taking it seriously. We still need buy signals. So we would then look at the group and we would look to see if they have buy signals. So just because they're all blue here doesn't mean we automatically trade them. All right. So what we need is again 70-80% of those pairs giving buy signals, which means that they're breaking resistance. So here, Aussie dollar has a buy signal here. Aussie New Zealand, all right, doesn't have a buy signal. Aussie Swiss has a buy signal. Aussie CAD has a buy signal. So out of the 5 here, we've got 4 with buy signals. We would trade this. All right. We would trade this. No, we won't call it as a company. We won't call a rotation. We'll just trade it. We want the big groups to give us. We'll call a rotation in the big groups. But you could trade this with confidence, okay? Because the whole group is up here, and then you've got buy signals in all 3 out of the 4 pairs, and then the New Zealand dollar, it has a buy signal here. They're all up. New Zealand Swiss has a buy signal here. And then New Zealand CAD has a buy signal here. So you could trade this because they all have buy signals. So all you're doing is you're reducing your risk. So Ranjit, to your question, this up here and here is a lot less riskier than trading the Euro group down here, right? You've got more. Doesn't mean that the trade will be a successful trade, but it just means that you've got more direction, more confirmation of the direction here and here compared to here. That makes sense?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So the euro thing, like whatever 40, 60% is like we haven't got a full confirmation on the direction, but the Aussie and the New Zealand, we are 100% confirming a direction. So, right, that's what you're saying. So
Yes.
in the in the euro thing, so generally, like suppose like there is no Aussie and New Zealand right now, right? They all are red. So and the euro is the same way. So can the euro still be tradable? Like whatever, like if it is a buy signal or no, but just for overall 60% is up, 40% is down. So do you want to still wait? It goes to 80% up, or you
I
want
would
to be
wait. Yeah.
100% up?
I would wait. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17 pairs. I would wait till you've got about 13, 14 pairs or so that are blue. If you're looking to go long, that are all blue. Okay, so I would wait for more pairs to turn blue. Just know that the reason why this is here is to so that we're not trading against the trend. So this trend here is a downtrend. So if we trade this long, and you're not gonna, if you go through here, you will not find a buy signal. I mean, we can go through here, and I can assure you, I haven't looked, right, but but you will not have a buy signal here. You're not gonna have a new down. You're not gonna have a buy signal. Okay, you're not. It's not. It's in the markdown phase. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You don't have to go through all of these pairs. You look at, you don't have, or when they're red like this in the markdown phase, you're not going to have a buy signal. This doesn't have a buy signal. So going through here looking for a buy signal is just wasted time, right? Just wasted time, right? None of these here should have buy signals. And if it has a buy signal, we can't trust it because it's in the markdown phase. Okay, so we shouldn't be buying anyway. All right. So we should, if we looking to go long, no, the traders that like to short, right? Yeah. If they like to short, they could go here and then go to the short six, and here is your short, right? So here's great short opportunities to go short here, but not long. If you're looking to go long, would be here, and then you would wait for this to develop. Nothing here, nothing here, and with the pound pairs, absolutely nothing here until, perhaps you wait. And keep in mind, all we need is 1 or 2 trades. We don't need to trade the whole group. So we're not going to miss any trades. All right. And I think that's that's why I don't, if having the alerts really made a difference, right? I would make sure that traders get the alerts. I think it doesn't make a big difference, because if you're focusing on here, if you're focusing on the areas, you've got a lot of time. You've got more time than necessary. All right. Who is using Bill? Who else does? Bill, you do a pretty good job with getting in on the alerts, right? Do you ever have an issue?
When I'm traveling for work, I'll miss them. That's why I normally trade on the 240, because that gives me 2 opportunities. I can check it on in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. I rarely trade on a 60 because I will miss that stuff.
Yeah, 60 is fast. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Ranjit. Thanks, Bill. So here will give you more direction. Does that help?
Yeah, so just to wrap up, my question was like, for the euro, you want all the pair to be blue, like up direction to enter into any of the trade in euro, right?
Yeah, the majority of the pairs, not all. It doesn't have, you don't have to have 100% of the pairs, but 50,
Okay,
right now it's mixed. That's mixed,
got
right?
it.
So it's about 50-50, right? So it could go anywhere, right? It could go, there's no direction, right? It's some are going
Got
up,
it.
some are going down, right? So there's no direction.
Even if one of the peer has a strong buy signal, you still have to wait for
Yeah,
the entire group to so okay, I
yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's just very risky. Think of it like this, right? All these pairs here are down, and then these two are up. Could you imagine trading? Would you trade these either one of these two here? The overall, look at this. The majority of the pairs are going down. That's why this is here. The majority of the pairs are going down. You only have two that's going up. So think about that, right? If you would trade these two pairs here, the likelihood that that trade will be successful, boy, you have a lot against. Could it work out? Could these two trades work out here? If they had a buy signal and they were going against bucking the trend here, yes, you might get lucky, but I would rather trade these here where I've got the whole group, right?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Like that's what like where you put your money
yeah,
on the best trade. This is what like is like a lot of experience comes into the picture where you put your money first, right? So instead
yeah,
of doing it in dollar, put it like the Aussie, which is going strong. The
yeah,
reason why I was asking, so it kind of correlates the same way in the stock as well, right? As in the their sectors and industries, right? So if the industry and sectors, if entire sector is going down, so that stock most likely, even if it is currently up, most likely it will go down or something like that, right?
yeah,
So it's a
yes,
really good overall out of the picture. You have to zoom out and see.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like here,
this is a
right?
good learning. Yeah.
Yeah. If the major indexes, the Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq, if they're all down, right? They're all moving down, and then you have all of these sectors here. So healthcare, technology, and I mean materials, all of them are moving down. Look here, they're down. They're all moving down, right? Yes, you could trade a stock in healthcare and it might go up, but the likelihood is it will probably go down because everything else is going down. All right. So why take that risk, right? It's the same thing we're doing here. Now, let's say everything is up, right? Everything is blue and up. You have a better chance. You have a better chance. It's the same thing we're doing here. So here will give us direction, right? Markets going down, sectors are going down. Guess what? We could still trade it, but we wouldn't trade it up. Long, we would trade it short down. All right. So it's the same thing that we're doing here in Monster Scalper, right? We're looking for the direction either up or down. All right. So here, and we know that these are going down, so we wouldn't trade them long to go up. All right. These are going up. We would trade them long to go up, but we could short this in the direction that the pairs are going, which is down. Okay. Okay. What we don't want to do is short these and go long these. That's what we don't want to do. And when it's mixed like this, we really just want to wait because these up can turn down very quickly. Right? These blue ups here, they can turn down, and these red downs here could turn up and give us more clarity, either in either direction, either direction. All right. Okay. I think that's it. That's all I've got. Any other questions? Any other questions for me? Good questions. Good questions. Right. Start. I'm glad you guys are asking these questions, right? Start formulating, start really learning how your systems work, right? Your systems work. All right. Start planning out. This is a new year. This is a new year. All right. So start getting ready for the whole new year. All right. Think of your goals, what you guys, I have to do it too, what goals that I want to accomplish, right? With the systems, with the company to help you guys. Okay. So do the same thing with your trading. All right. You can set some monetary goals. I wouldn't set it. You can do an annual goal of what you guys want to do. I know some of you have done that in the past. All right. Try not to set daily monetary goals or even weekly monetary goals, right? That's too short of a time. But you can set some targets on monthly, right? So those who've been with us for a while, start looking for some monthly targets that you want to do. And then obviously you can do a quarterly target, 6 months target. All right. Don't go get crazy, right? Reach goal, targets that are reasonable, that are a little bit outside of what you did last year. All right. Baby steps. Okay. And then just goals with I know some of you look to US 30 was a goal. All right. So start looking at other markets that you might want to get into, but make sure that you've mastered the market that you're trading currently or you're learning to trade. Okay. So every year we want to make progress, right? We want to make progress with our trading, but start tying in an amount, okay? An amount, a dollar amount, okay? And so start reaching those levels, okay? And then if you fall short, right? Start thinking about what happened, right? If you surpass that goal, right? Just like breaking resistance in our trading, then set another goal, all right? Set another goal, another goal, and everyone is different, right? So, everyone is different. We all have different goals, but the beginning of the year is a good time. Is a good time to start setting your goals, all right? And that will motivate you guys to do the work. Okay, that will motivate you to do the work, right? Because we're not just doing this for fun, right? We need to make money here. Okay, so tie an amount, but don't do a daily or even a weekly. Do a monthly. You can do a monthly target. Okay, whether it's $200, $500. Okay, right? Don't stick to it, but just put something together. And the beginning of the year is a good time to do that. And then just monitor, change things as you go. Keep in mind the markets will influence that also, right? So how well you do will based on you, right? But also the market, how the markets work. So don't take it too personal if if the market is not giving us the opportunity, right? So because what we don't want to do is set goals, right, and then force trades. So we need the market to trend, to cooperate in order to hit our targets. But have some targets out there. Have some financial targets out there that you want to accomplish. All right, guys. Any questions on that? Any questions on that? Okay. Like a New Year's resolution, right? A New Year's resolution. Okay. All right. Some of us will just do learning, right? Learning how to trade was perhaps the initial target, right? Or the initial goal. All right. But once you've passed that, then set some financial targets also. All right, guys. I will see you guys. I'm looking forward to a great year. Every year presents new opportunities, right? New challenges also, but new opportunities. So let's have a great year. We had a lot of good success in 2023. I think we'll have a lot more success with a lot more traders having a lot more success in 2023. So, and for the new traders that are here this evening, Betty, welcome. Okay, welcome. All right, guys, take care. I will see you guys tomorrow for our Q&A class. Okay, take care. Happy New Year.